Part 3. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, and His begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Now, we're dealing with this shaman teaching men and giving us advice on, you know, how to basically circumvent life, or how to, move through life. Look at these pieces of crap they call art. I bet women made these. Y'all need to learn how to draw and paint, because this is just this is just whackness in pure form. Well, let's listen to the she demon finish talking.
Hey, I'll see you at the lodge this weekend. See you in class. You don't hear them say that because they treat race as if it's not a matter. Play the game. The game.
You hear that? Play the game. So we all know that these people are basically a bunch of murderers. So what she's saying to all black people is, play the murderer game, play the snake game, play the game on the left hand side, rather than living by the laws, being truthful, honest, and hardworking. Play their game. Now we are to be as wise as serpents and harmless as doves, but you know, let's if you look at the story of who the person that people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, Mashiach, what game was he playing? He was going around cussing everybody out, essentially. Like, he was just telling the people the raw truth. But we're not supposed to be like him. We're supposed to be like Esau. We're supposed to be like this woman, like Eve. Go on, Eve.
It's knowing that racism exists, however, treating it as if it doesn't exist. White folks know racism exists. It was out of their belly that its core was created. They know.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I shot you, and instead of you screaming out, "Oh, I'm hurt," you stay silent because you gotta play the game? Imagine if I rape you, and instead of you going around and warning other people how I raped you and how I lulled you into a false insecurity to rape you, you're just silent about it. You gotta play the game.
Racism, they wrote the playbook, but they.
Okay, so they wrote the playbook, and you're playing by their games, and you think you're gonna play at being white better than white people. Rather than you playing your role as a black person, quote unquote, so-called black person, you're going to play the game like a white person, and you think you're going to win? How did that work out for Black Wall Street and Rosewood? How did that work out for Libya? Playing their game? Carry on.
Race is if it's not a matter, they say we don't see race, because that's how you uphold race, fool. So do not.
So she said, not talking about race is how you uphold race, but you're meant to contradict how they do things by playing how they do it. So aren't you going to be upholding the same racial stereotypes and hierarchies by ignoring racism the way you said to ignore it? Or you want to play the game the same way that they do? But you have, and every single time you try to play the game they do, they send you to jail for tax evasion, they destroy your community, so on and so forth. This shaman is stupid, monumentally stupid. I mean, logically speak, I probably couldn't even reason with her, because that's how out of her mind she. Look at this demon eyebrow. What's all of that for? Comedic effect? Because you are a joke with your painted ass eyelids.
Talk about it in public. Lastly, practice. Number 5 is practice. What do I mean?
I haven't even watched it this far.
Practice the first 4 things that I just said. And then, this is a big thing for me. Anytime you see black people, whether it's you going to the grocery store, the corner store, you going to the car dealership, you at work, you on an elevator, you at the doctor's office, you walking down the street, anytime, like A-N-Y, anytime you see other black people, make eye contact and speak. That is a big thing. Practice.
Anytime you see black people, speak to them. When you see a black dude who is a known degenerate, sells drugs, has babies with white women, doesn't, this type of dude doesn't see race. You see him, you shoot him them fingers. You say, "What's up, bro?" You say, "What's up, bro?" to every single black person you see, man. Even that beggar that asks you for $1, for £1, every single time you see him, you say hello to him, man. You're not inviting them in. You're not inviting demons in by saying hello to them. When vampires come to your door, you let them in. Every single one. What's the harm? What could go wrong?
Interacting with one another. I was at the library just about 2 weeks ago, and
listen. Don't get me wrong. I agree to a degree with what she's saying. You know, I try to be courteous towards white, so-called black people, but you know, when they show me that they're demons in human form, you know, I'm trying to limit my interaction with you. I'm not trying to be around you more. The hell, you know, just as a spin-off story. There was this girl who, you know, I could tell, you know, she rides the carousel. And I said, right, you know what, if you want to ride my carousel, I'm game. And she said, no, you know what I'll do? You know, I'll date you for a couple months, you know, and you know, before I might, you know, give you the box. And I'm like, but she told that before that she told me a story about how, you know, her boyfriend stopped calling her for a couple of weeks, and to her he was playing games, so she left him. This is the kind of loyalty I expect from her, or I should expect from her, as my quote unquote girlfriend, my girlfriend. But you know, I should take the time out to what? It's the same. This is the same thing. I remember I was talking to this woman and I wanted a book off her, and you know, I don't have a problem with her, but you know, women are just hilarious. You know, she saw I showed her an image of me defending myself from the police because they were physically assaulting me, and I defended myself and I told them to chill out. I ended up getting tasered, and she went on some long monolith about how, you know, her ancestors, specifically her ancestors, were peaceful and meek. Yeah, Moses and Joshua were peaceful and meek while they were holding their hands up, while Israel was wandering through the wilderness after God slaughtered half of Egypt and was slaughtering everybody from Moab to the Ammonites to the Canaanites to a whole bunch of people and took their land. Yeah. the man, you know, the Most High is a God of meek. Yeah, not to say you should be aggressive unnecessarily, but like there's a time for peace and there's a time for war, and women aren't logical enough and can't think critically enough to come to the conclusion as to when one needs to be practiced. Look at this idiot.
Brother, when I said hello, he was like, "How you doing, sister?" And it just made me feel so good. I was like, you know, thank you for calling me.
It just makes me feel so good. So you're just in your feelings. All right, let's just say this. She said we should be nice. Nice. So what does it say here? So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. But, you know, all means. Let's play the game like let's play the game like white people, because you know we have military power, we have social economic power, we have social power the same way white people do. So let's play the game just like them, because when you're in an inferior position, you know, pretending you're not in an inferior position is the best way to get out of that inferior position. Goddamn idiots! You know what? All praises to the Most High. Eve is an idiot. Eve is an idiot, and she really should be put in her place because she's just going wild. All praises to the Most High.